It's been 12 years. John was a sophomore at the University of Georgia. He was in his second semester there. He came home for his spring break, and he went to Sharp Top Cove in Jasper, Georgia, to chaperone a youth group trip. They went to breakfast, and he commented to one of the counselors that his boys were awake all night, and therefore he had a headache. He thought from the lack of sleep, I believe, and he took some Advil for the headache, and they proceeded to have breakfast. At breakfast, he collapsed. They airlifted him to Grady, where he spent a month. We had not seen him at the time, but my husband guessed it. He said it was an aneurysm, wasn't it?
My recovery, it was scary for me too, because honestly, I have 4 weeks of my life I have no memory of. I don't remember being in the ICU.
They took him into surgery immediately. They told us that the surgery would take about 4 hours or more, and that he would probably not survive it. That they said most patients with the degree of the aneurysm that he had, there's a scale of 1 to 5, his was a 5, and that most patients don't even survive the trip to the hospital.
The first thing I know, I'm at the Shepherd Center. I spent 9 weeks struggling to comprehend what's going on, so I get discharged after 9 weeks, and I go to outpatient therapy, and so I spend another 6 months in outpatient therapy. It was almost 2 years post, and I finally think it was time to start looking for work.
After floundering a little bit, I think that's what we did. We floundered. We didn't know what to do, and his vocational rehabilitation counselor from the state put us in touch with Goodwill.
You can't fully think that there's always going to be someone there coddling you. There's going to be someone there to help you and someone who's going to show you the avenues. It was just very helpful just to talk with my job coach on a weekly basis. We either communicated via email or on phone. She said she wants me to come meet with other people, to interview at other stores and see even if they had a position that would work for my situation.
John's job coach helped him. I believe that she said, "John, I've completed an application for you, and so, but the rest is up to you." And that's what I said. You know what? You can know a million people in the world, but it's up to you to get the job. When he got the phone call and he hung the phone up, he goes, "Mom, I got the job. I got a job." We had a big celebration, and he went through the training portion of the program, and he just came home with this sense of purpose.
My job title now is I'm self-checkout host, so I make sure there is receipt tape in all of them, and I tidy up around, make sure all the candy's where it's supposed to be, and all the drinks are lined up, and everything's looking real neat and clean for everybody. And then I make sure that there are bags at the other registers around too, because we have a total of 8 registers and then the 4 self-checkouts. And I love being able to interact with the customers. I think working at this store has really helped me polish up on what I may have lost in the years of recovery. If I didn't have Goodwill, honestly, I would just be looking at places to volunteer and hopefully eventually get my foot in the door, because there was so many times I was down in the dumps thinking I wasn't going to get any better, but then as soon as I started realizing there's normalcy in life and I was not going to be stuck in a rut forever, I realized, you know what, as much as we think life is tough, nothing's going to knock us all the way down. We get back up and dust ourselves off and keep fighting.